We are at this one's first ever robot competition. And no, it's not technically RC, but it actually kind of is. They do drive, their robots part of the time. Other part of the time, they are driving themselves. But it's still similar components, similar concepts, and here we are. So we're gonna check out what this is about. How you feeling about this? Feeling good? How's your robot looking? Good? Nice. You gonna be driving some?
Yeah.
And you're responsible for some of the coding?
I tasked Damien.
You tasked Amy with that?
Damien.
That's Damien's job. Come on, Damien, get it together. We're counting on you. We got CK1 right here. Here's CK3. You already know that. We got CK2 standing over here wearing all of the jackets. And then we got CK4 down here hanging out too. So we're all here hoping that this dude drives that robot to success and doesn't start the robot apocalypse, Terminator style. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Welcome to CK4RC. If you look closely at that kid in the green shirt right there, center screen, that is CK3 walking around with his robot overlord, about to start Judgment Day. And then this is what a robotics competition looks like. This was the secondary gymnasium, the auxiliary gymnasium, because the main gym had even more going on. It was nuts. And I had no clue what was happening with any of it. This was the first round that we watched, and that feller right there in the maroon polo, he was about the best hype man that this event could have wished for. Each round was 1 minute long, and he kept it going, talking about passing and scoring and clearing switches. And I had no idea what any of that meant, but he was excited about it, and that made me excited about it. So after that, I decided to take a stroll, and I found the pit area, aka the cafeteria. But just tons of kids with robots. How awesome is that? So, and then there's that kid. Those kids are wearing fezzes. And then finally, somebody came through with a scoring cheat sheet that explained all the stuff. So if you want to pause it and read up a little bit, that will tell you a little bit about what's going on there. And this was the first round that we got to see CK3 or 321 Renok, whichever one he prefers, do a little driving. He's the one that does not have any balls. They are working together supposedly, but the other team just did not have it together. So they have to switch drivers halfway through, and as you can see, he's trying to drive around and do stuff, but the other team is just not getting it done. So that was big time disappointment. But this was just one round. He'll be back. Oh, mark my word, he will be back. So this round is winding down. I'm not sure they actually scored any points at all this round, because that other team just did not pull their weight. But here we go for the next round. And then you can see CK3 is waiting for the handoff halfway through. These teams work together a little bit better. But yeah, so you want to touch the ball, and then the other team picks up the ball, and that kid is just blocking all the action. And so that's considered a pass if one robot touches it and the other one picks it up. That's an extra point. And so that's what they try to do. And then the bigger robot had room for 2 balls. And so they were all like, hey, we'll take these and go score. And so they did that. How cool is that? And so, yeah, but now CK3's got it. They got to wait for the ball to be put down on the table. Now he's got to go pick that up. So that is in progress right there. Look at that. That boy's driving like a RC pro. Makes my RC heart proud. Unfortunately, that was the end of that. So we are back up for the last round of the day for our team. And CK3, 321 Renok, is batting cleanup on this round. And you can see the teams are working a little more independently. I think that they were starting to get a little frustrated relying on other teams. And so we have this action going on, taking a shot from distance, not quite getting it to go in, but then we've got the driver switch coming up right about here. And old 321 Renok says, I'm going to take that, scoops that ball up, maneuvers to the goal. Not quite right. He does a little bit more maneuvering. Not quite right. Does a little bit more maneuvering. Gives it the old heave. Oh, not quite. Not quite. That's all right. He goes around, he scoops that bad boy up again, and he lines up from distance yet again. Oh, not quite. Robotics comp number 1 is in the books. How'd it go?
Good.
Good?
We didn't make it to the finals.
Didn't make it to the finals. There were a lot of teams there, though. And if I read the standings right, you guys finished, so they took the top 20 into a playoff, and they took the top 10 to the finals. And I think I saw your team was 23rd. So that is pretty respectable, especially for your first competition. That's pretty well done, bud.
Okay.
Okay. So what was your robot name?
Pickle.
Pickle? Is that because it's such a big deal?
What?
That's usually about the same reaction I get from everybody. So, but there we have it, though. So I don't know if you could really tell, but the robots themselves, they're made out of, so it's very similar to like Lego Technic pieces. It's not Lego Technic, it's not branded, but that's very similar to what they're made out of. They have like Meccano wheels, Meccano, whatever. They have the multi-directional wheels, so they don't have like steering servos, but they do have motors to obviously drive around and stuff. Receiver, of course, because it does have a transmitter. It's more of the joystick style transmitter with shoulder buttons. I think the shoulder buttons help feed the ball. Is that right, bud? The shoulder buttons help feed the ball into like the catapult?
Some of them.
Some of them do.
And the other two, will release and lower the catapult. Release and lower the catapult,
yeah. So, pretty cool. Had no idea what to expect, but it is a, it's not like a competition. It's not robot versus robot, not mano-y-mano. That's man versus man, and we're not even talking about men. We're talking about robots. But it's a cooperative competition. You are working with the other team to get as many points as you possibly can. So pretty interesting setup. Really looking forward to seeing more of these in the future. And I don't know what CK3 is up to back there right now. He's sucking on a candy baby bottle. That's what kind of day it's been. So thanks for checking it out. Kind of a weird one, but hey, RCs of all kinds. So hit that quadfecta before you go. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Keep doing RC stuff, and I'll see you next time.